Here we go. Good evening, everyone. Or day or morning. Welcome to Spa. I was already thinking of task manager force closing the game because it got stuck on 0% loading, but it turns out that it was just loading cars for so long because we actually have 62 cars in here. Absolute madness. Really good to see. Let me fix everything I need here. I can close this. I have to open this. And alright. Well, let's load the setup and see what happens. Well, thank you, Arno. Yes, Logi, indeed. I'm, I think, like 5th in the DR rating. Quite a few of Gold 2 guys around here. Hi Kida, hi Mario, thank you. Close to a year. I mean, when did I even start streaming? Must have been April or something. March, April, May. Slowly started then, so yep. Well, a year went by fast. Fellow Lexus user, yeah, I mean, can I... Ooh, let's quickly see now that we are in practice. Look at this, isn't it nice? Let me not crash into wrong side, but first time I run like a custom livery. Maybe looks like the stock BMW to some extent for some angles. It's nice to have. Well, ready for lap 1 shenanigans and lap 1 tire bugs. I hope that tire bugs will not be the determining factor of who wins today. But yeah, I like the Lexus. Somehow. I said many times I need some front engine for the balance. And Lexus is working quite well in that regard. Hello Lavanas. Živo Jure. Sem videl, da boš tudi ti vozil. Srečno. Ni za kaj. Upam, da je bila dobra in hladna. Well, I mean, Dan, it's... well, Rafa has like a partnership with Toyota. I don't know the details exactly, but... yeah, I mean... Rafa colors are kind of similar to the Lexus colors. And then on the design side of things you cannot really like go full crazy, or like there is nothing special that you can really do if you just want to keep it simple. Lexus flat out through Rouge. I can, but it's it's not easy. For Quali, pretty sure I'm gonna send it. In the race, I will see. Maybe not in lap 1 to lap 5, but when I get some confidence, I will try. I most of the time do like a small confidence lift just before the jump at Ridilon. Hi Melich, actually I've been using the default or like vehicle set most of the time. Well, the Lexus could use maybe a bit of a faster steering rack, but it's alright. The tires take many laps to get up to temp. Well, Jake, what can you do? It's well, yeah, you see the moment on the rear. It's like that in real life, the 24 of Spa, so I appreciate that it's for a different single class. Now, I just wondered why my FPS dropped to 80 down the hill, but well, hopefully it's not gonna be a problem in the race. Back to 138. Actually, done, if you're still here, I realize now that every time I launch the game, G-Sync does not work, but if I go on track or into server and then out and then in again, then G-Sync works. Feels like a bug. Well, MD, it depends on the setup a little bit. With small rake or like, yeah, with quite flat car, it's much more difficult. But then the car behaves better elsewhere, so it's a bit of a trade-off. I did put quite a bit of rake onto the car, so it's pretty nice in high speed. But maybe too aggressive, but yeah, I don't know. Feels drivable. Jake, I'm more fan of hypercars as well, but at the moment I'm a big fan of these tires, and they are not yet on the hypercar, so I pretty much enjoy driving this. It's not like just full 100% thrashing on the tires every lap, every corner. And if you go a bit too sideways, you're gonna spin, so pretty nice. Or, well, more realistic, but also handles nice. Flat out. Yeah, you see, it's fine on fresh tires when they heat up. But you need to take it like a proper corner, it's not just a cruise uphill. Good evening, Liminal. Heinik. 4 AM, oof. Not sure if I should blame looking at the secondary monitor for the snap or dirty air. I figured out there is not much of dirty air, but if you go off the racing line a bit in some corners, like this one especially, this one is one of the most unstable corners ever. Somehow. I don't quite understand. What is Nicolini saying in the chat? I have to see that Leiden's car. Is Leiden in here? Well, we will see. This is not quite flat out, which is weird. Leiden is here. Nice. This is gonna be quite a race. I think I have too high ABS for turn 1. Maybe I will decrease it for Quali. Ah, there goes Leiden with 18.5. Yeah, Revan indeed. I worked a little bit on this car, checked a couple of setups, and ended up with something that feels kind of nice. Alright, 15 minutes Quali. Well, I'm just gonna go out and... Ah, wait. I need to think of the tires now. because we have 6 new tires remaining. Plus these ones that I am on now. So I basically have just one outing, and because real road is progressing, I will wait a minute. I think I will do a run of 5 laps. And with progressing rubber, it's maybe better to wait a minute or two for others to be ahead. But yeah, we don't have 2 sets of tires. Yeah, Jake, there is a lot of Van Val pieces around. Different tracks probably lying around still. Yeah, Vdani, about meta in braking, so I don't really have 100% pressure on the brake. I think I did like one right click, so it went down to 92-ish in the setup. And it depends on what you want, right? You can really affect your car balance with the braking, with the brake input. So depends also on what ABS you have. Right. Well, let's go. So I would say you can just floor the brake, straight line the brakes. If you have a very oversteady setup, the aggressive ABS will help you, well, carry quite a lot of speed into the apex, but then it's gonna be like a V shape. But you can as well like threshold brake and have much more control over rotation, have better rotation, less micro locking up, less temperatures. So I mean, it's kind of like in real life, there is no illogical meta, I think. Couple of Fords that you see, well, good luck to them. I see a couple of cars without the car logo, actually quite many of them. I'm gonna reload the API through Tiny Pedal after my run. Funny how it's slippery, like out of the last bend of the pit exit on the cold tires. I admit I don't know what exactly is the tire or warm-up meta. I heard that people still go full crazy, like weaving around, wheel spinning on outlap and then just do 1 or 2 hot laps. But I mean, the thing is now that I will need these tires for the race as well. Hi Tom. I mean, probably they don't have the same amount of tire data from both Goodyear and Michelin, right? Well, they have been cooperating with Goodyear some years ago. I don't know if that's still on or not. Sideways. It's gonna be like 2 outlaps, then a decent stable push, and then 2 quali attempts, I think. Very floaty. Evening, Riker. Enjoy your beer and chips. Hi Ducat. Hi Acro. Well, thank you for the feedback. $3,200 players, yeah, that's a good number. Yeah, I will not have any temperatures, even after this lap. And yeah, please indeed do like Raven says. All the likes will be much appreciated, so that the algorithms are pleased. Although I know I have quite a heavy job to do today to make it worth. The tires are wearing quite quickly, even when driving slow. This curb is weird. Like, this one I can take all of it, but in the first apex it just wants to kill my balance completely. Looking forward to see 17.9 immediately by Leiden and co. Yeah, I have 10 tires, including the 4 that are already on the car, so let's see how that goes. And yeah, I will start on the Quali tires, just to make it sure. Well, Urban. So here we go. First Quali attempt. Probably not flat out yet. Yup. It's funny because you lift, you think you're through the worst of it, and then suddenly the rear just slowly starts slipping away. Hi, look. First time in ages that I'm actually using that curb. Okay, tires slowly getting up to temp. Six tenths of pace for now. not flat yet. Delta is nice. Oh, it's so dark now. It's times 10 time acceleration, right? Ah, messed up last corner exit. But one more lap. Finally flat. Stay green. No, messed it up. Ay, 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 ay. Lexus on pole to rub the salt into the wounds. Ay, ay, ay. Shame I messed up the last chicane. I mean, I didn't really mess it up, it was just a bit not so straightforward on the exit. But it's gonna be P5 start and GG to Naui for that pole position. That's a really good lap. But look at the margins. Look at the margins. Less than 2/10 for top 7. Okay. Now let's figure out what to do with the tires. space. This is just normal cockpit cam, but yeah, FOV is calculated according to my simrig geometry. Isn't it better to use... Yeah, so Hachemi, I don't know, like there is supposedly a potential bug where if you box and go from new or like... Well, if you were on new tires and then you take some old tires, you get messed up. Hello and regards to Brazil within... Well, Dennis, I don't know. Worst state of Puppet. It looks good, and you know. I did expect Ferraris and Porsches to be maybe easy P1, but... Well, Kamal proved that Lexus is good in quali as well. McLaren, well, not too far off. Ah, U-Race in the Ford. And another Ford. Okay, well this is taking quite long. Maybe people still on the lap, right? Ah, Nick. Well, that sounds like the session is moving. It's gonna be dark start or what? Let's see. Race start is soon. 5 splits as well. Good attendance for quite a long race. So yeah, now the idea is to either take the quali tires for the start and new ones at the pit stop, or the other way around, but we have seen a bug that if you take worn tires, it gives you even more worn tires. So I don't know. I'm gonna, just in case... I mean, strategically it's alright as well. So strategy here should be quite straightforward. It should be 61 laps and one full push stint is 20 laps, so... Probably 20 on this set and then 21, 20 on the other set. Let's see. Let's see how this works. So yeah, let's keep it like that. Last quick check on the setup. If I forgot something, I did not forget something. Two minutes to go. Thank you, Jeroen. Theo, it's open setups. And thank you, Johnny. Hannah has no sound. Well, you don't get a sound on the grid yet, I think. Or maybe he just overall has no sound. Main. Looking at what is this. Ah, so this is the team name, and then this is the lineup name, because you can have multiple lineups in one team here. So that's how it puts it together. That's interesting. And then you either put... I mean, you can put a number here, right? We said we're gonna look at the Leiden's car. Is green. Anyway. I'm afraid to click anything like watch. Not sure if it's gonna break something. Anyway, I'm just gonna click start driving. I'm gonna put new mediums for pit stop. And let's hope for the best. And let's do the best. So tires are fine. That's how I left them in qualifying, I think. Or was it a percent higher? Or 2? No, I think it's fine. Tires fine indeed. Well, here we go. 2.4 hours of Spa with time acceleration times 10, hopefully. Hopefully no bugs, no mistakes, no crashes. And let's see how this goes. I did not load the API to have the logos of the team here, or like of the cars, but oh well. It's fine. We have them in the... we don't have them in the relative, we only have them in the standings at the top. Which is fine as well. Actually, I could hide these ones here. Well, maybe I can optimize for next time. Ooh, here we go. Already a bit of touchy from somewhere. Who's gonna lift? That's the worst position to lift, but I don't think I had a choice. I saw Michi going around the outside into Rouge yesterday. It did not end well. So I will assume that some cars ahead have fresh tires. And that should be maybe additional half a tenth, maybe 1/10 per lap. Always in lap 1 I'm just awaiting for a flying car, flying through the air, through bus stop at 200. Flat out or lift? Let's see how it feels. It was a lift. Yeah, not a daily race. Yeah. I did work on the setup, yes, Luca. Well, not crazy much, but still was some fairly good clicks, I think. Although looking at Kamal now, his pace, he got pole. So maybe he's done better clicks. Or maybe he's done a Quali setup. I did butcher the Quali a little bit anyway. Kila busy, it's, well, for now it kind of is. We have with Rafa esports team paints for McLaren and Lambo as well. But for now I'm just... okay. I'm just using the Lexus. That was a bit marginal on the brakes, maybe. We all going for 21 laps here. I'm the last one on 90%. You really need to open up Rouge to make it close to flat these conditions. P1 and P2 working together or what? Primavera just about making it flat out. Well, Mustang is, I think, slightly off BOP. It should get like minus 10 kilograms or something, I think. Or maybe a bit more than 10, not fully sure. Welcome, Wojcik. Thank you. Quite a train forming here. No time. With 2 hours and 16 to go to stick the nose in. But I need to up my aggression a bit. Hey Michi, thank you for stopping by. Oh yes, where is Lambo? There is no Lambo here. Maybe everyone raced it so much that they want different cars now. This can only end well. No cut, good. I don't even know where is the strength of Lexus. It's not the best on traction. It feels good in high speed. Like in high speed corners maybe. But then at the same time on the fixed setup I was losing a bit in high speed compared to Lambo and so on. Copy Michi, enjoy the evening. Good decision probably. I'm a bit too close. Is it lagging a bit? Anyway. Oh, yellow flag gone. No defense, thank you. I had good overspeed anyway. Now let's get the podium and start matching the leader space. Copy Dennis. Yeah, I did feel like on the first LMGT3 Fixed Championship race it just went better and better compared to others. Although for round 2 that wasn't really the case. Although maybe it was just a bit of pace anyway at... Where did we race? Bahrain? On Tuesday we did the Bahrain round 2. It was a bit of pace, I think. Tire temps a bit low even. Feeling the rotation coming from the rear. perfectly matching top 3. I try to make it flat, but as soon as I get to touch the inside curb on the right side apex, it just has to be a little bit of a lift. This mic is constantly doing some noise. We kind of stopped going for the extra lap, looks like. I have the most energy remaining, but I'm not on target anymore. Hi Charlie. And into the 19s. Almost flat. One little spike of a lift. Spot 25 is busy. Copy, copy. Wait, 115 drivers on the same track at the same time. That's something I would love to do in sim racing one day. If the servers don't absolutely die. Jocko Flocko, if that's how to pronounce. Yeah, I agree, like that's why I always try to go for this least obstruction cockpit view, where the A pillar is just like a little bit on the left, but to really open up the track view. I mean, people are, like some esports people are using crazy high FOVs and like sitting far behind the cockpit, and they have like 3 pixels to see the track, but they are still fast. But this just feels more realistic, more immersive. And it's geometrically more correct as well. Hi Carol. Right, this lap isn't as fast as the previous one, but I think the pace is sufficient, like slowly gaining on Naui for P1. Just thinking if it makes sense to go into the fuel saving mode. Would need 0.2 liters per lap saved to make extra. But I'm a bit late. Talha, well, that's the plan, but let's see. Long 2 hours to go. At this stage I don't really want to push like crazy and get stuck behind Leiden and then lose time battling. We all have a good pace, so maybe just convert. If I have any pace advantage, convert it to fuel saving. With heavy cars like this, anyway, lift and coasting isn't that slow. And then if you race a sim like iRacing, where tire temps are really crucial or overly crucial, then sometimes you can find yourself going even faster, saving fuel. But here, I don't know, like the track temps are gonna drop down, so at some point I will maybe need to start working harder towards getting temps in. Pitstop is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be dark. And tires will be crazy cold. That was right on target with fuel saving. Malinowski, Sublime Dog, copy. I'm not comfy making it flat. Anyway, a very small lift isn't really any time loss. This fuel saving is a bit of, well, actually significant pace sacrifice. But one stint will have to be 21 laps for everyone. I don't quite understand Malinowski's like pace around the track. He closes in a lot in some part and then just drops off heavily. I think the idea of others is that, well, they do 20, probably 20-20, then take new tires and do 21 with fuel save or something, I don't know, let's see. Anyway, I did gain a lot of time now, and I was kind of on target. Whee! Yep. Nah, I'm not gonna flat out it anymore. Especially now with track temp dropping. Oof. But like if I wasn't... Ooh, nice catch there. If I wasn't fuel saving, I would be glued into that BMW ahead, just wasting time. But now I have already converted... Well, I have already won that, or converted the potential loss of race time behind the BMW into fuel saving. So it's been a good decision already. Leiden isn't looking too comfy. Nice idea, Dan. Oh no. Don't really have the temperature. Do I defend here? You know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna lift and coast. And you will see later. Feels like I just had like a small pace advantage over Leiden, but I would need to have him make a mistake. And then I would just be pushing him into error and just costing both of ourselves time. Well, maybe Malinowski bumps him off track now. Let's see. The gap to P1 isn't too bad. It's stable. But yeah, I was not gonna go side by side into Lecombe at this stage. I'm doing the endurance driving now. As the lights turn on, I hope the gain on the camera is sufficient to properly see what's going on. I think it's fine. The BMW is super fast on the straights, somehow. Porsche is good on the torque as well, or like on traction. I'm scared going into Rouge. You know what, if you watched me do that historic F1 1967 racing, that stuff really prepares you for this. Because every corner there is like life or death. Here is just one corner, just Eau Rouge. Or well, Eau Rouge is stable. Redillon is not stable, so let's use the correct naming convention. Spa Historic, is it in 2 weeks? Or is it actually next week already? like in 7 days. I need to double check. Just call it a big hill. Well, it is a big hill. What is the game called? It's Le Mans Ultimate. And actually this is indeed a good time for the Porsche, because the rear temps on that car shoot up through the roof. Here we go. So he will have good rear, and a lot of rotation comes from the rear of the Porsche as well, so makes sense that on cold track it's doing well. I have a bit of like frame stutter or something, like tearing right when I turn into Rouge. Maybe because the pit lane. I have 130 FPS, which is less than the fixed frame rate of 138 that I have, so I'm a bit graphically loaded here. Well, Jeroen, my bank account wouldn't like it too much at the moment, so but working on it. Now we're doing such a great job in the lead. Opening the gap. Meanwhile, back on target with fuel. Perfect. And if you don't know how I know that it's perfect, I'm looking at these numbers here. I hope it's self-explanatory enough. Well done, I thought of taking new ones now. But yeah, I know that tire temps are gonna be a big struggle. I mean, new ones are just 8% better than these ones at the start. So overall it's not gonna be such a big difference. Yeah, indeed, tires should last longer in cold, that's for sure. Thermal deck is pretty much zero now. but at the same time I have already warned them at the race start. But if I take a new set and drive it in the race, like in the night now, it's not gonna degrade either, it's just gonna start degrading it in its second stint. But my worry is that because of no tire blankets, it's gonna be a mess and it's gonna take 10 laps or temps to do anything. Yeah, tire warm-up is not great for sure. I keep forgetting to lift and coast. I see a good battle in P1, P2 as well. Good to have a Lexus there holding up the Porsche. It probably is flat out, but I'm not comfortable. I think, ooh, now we did a mistake, I see. Probably he had a big moment there. Well, no more Lexus in P1. I don't want to think how many laps I would actually need till Rouge becomes drivable on fresh cold slicks. We will all lose a lot of temperatures anyway, because of super long pit lane. And the lap times dropped over a second. And it does feel like a bit like that. Yeah, iOS even in R Factor 2, night has always been a really good experience. In LMU it's even better. If you can make your FPS be stable. Mine is not fully stable. I mean, it's stable, but less than it should be. I think it was a very good idea to let Malinowski through. There is no way I would be able to fuel save and defend the P4 or battle for P3 anyway. line shimon is less and less flat. Hauben is flying. And Malinowski would be as well if he wasn't stuck. And now, I mean, I have 6 new tires, right? I could just take 2 new ones now. I have no idea what to do, to be honest. I don't think anybody has tested it through. It's 12 seconds for a whole new set, but you will lose, I don't know, 10 extra seconds trying to warm the tires up. It's 6 new tires, so 1 set and a half remaining. And I did start on the Quali tires. So if others started on new tires, they have Quali tires plus 2 new ones. But it's like a perfect strategic setup for endurance. Having 1 tire set more, knowing you can do 1 more lap than others, and being like in an empty spot on track, no pressure from behind, and just doing your own strat. The only thing that's not ideal is the lap times. That's more than half a second off the leader. How much did my setup cost? I mean, I got most of it with a discount or for free or so on, or with sponsorship. But overall, I don't know, I would have to calculate. Surely above 10k if I just bought it all. Or maybe... would it be 10k? Maybe just about 10k. This steering wheel is like 2,400 euros alone. But again, luckily I got it as a prize. And then the sim rig and stuff, some stuff was friendly provided by our dear colleagues at Simplexity. Yeah, sim racing gear, I mean it was much more expensive relatively, like the top level stuff. But nobody was grip, please. Nobody was really buying anything top level 10 years ago. Then suddenly people started to buy it, and suddenly because of them buying it, it started to be mass produced and cheaper, and more developed. One second off Hoban. That Porsche is really working well in these conditions. I don't know. Keep tires or change tires? I see good pro and contra for both sides. If others change, I'm gonna be ahead of them. Change all now, yeah, I don't know. I will lose a lot of time getting up to speed. Anyway, one more lap. Feels good. Change tires well. It's gonna be a good overcut now. They will be so slow on the cold slicks. But I will be so slow later, so I don't know, maybe I can cost them some lap time. Opposite to others, I mean... I could just change left side now. But no need, like, it's not easy to get back the lap time. Like, my feelings are all over the place. But I'm scared of getting new tires and warming them up. How is the percentage? It's not too bad. I don't know. I don't want to find out where the cliff is. Uh-oh. Ah, okay. I got scared because here it started saying new and no change, but yeah, that's because it updated, so... Right, I think... Like, I will gain the positions now, and then I will defend, and then they will lose lap time against me. I don't know. I flipped a coin in my head, it randomly landed on new tires, so... Let's see. But it will be absolutely horrendous for some laps. Wish me luck. It's the track temp. It's cold. It's very cold. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll be even in the lead, but... Excuse me. But Hauben will be coming... with... So... Malinowski did not change. Right? Everybody else did? Let's go. Ah, that was Hauben. That's Kamal. Ah, so it's not that bad, that much of a time loss. Okay. 3-4 seconds, let's see. No FFB is so light because of no grip. But the balance is nice. I didn't want to get attacked by Leiden. But I did cost him 2 tenths maybe. And that's Jure in the Mustang. He did not change either. Alright. It's not that bad to drive. And then I will have no DEG now. I mean, probably in the end both threads would work comparably well. Yeah, I won nothing. Like, it's fine. I costed Leiden a little bit of time, that's it. But yeah, let's just do best with what we have now. And keep in mind that everybody else will have one fuel-save stint. I will not have it. I have already saved what I had to save. And then I wonder if some of the cars ahead only changed one side. Because now he was 4 seconds ahead. Now he's 7, like it makes no sense. The Porsches are keeping the old tires, P1, P2. Ruben did change. Ah, I see. Yeah, he did, of course. Yeah. Tire temps slowly reaching the range. I don't like that Ferrari behind. Isn't happy with the defense or what? Or it was just a friendly hello? What does he want? Well, that's how you crash in real life. He's gonna dive anyway. He has less fuel and so on. Ay. Yeah, I need a Ferrari like that, ahead of Malinowski and Huben and so on. Not ahead of myself at this point. But 1 second of total race time is gone. Then we get a cut. Orange cut. Unlucky. Flash him every time. I don't know, like, Dan, is it protestable? Or is it part of street justice? I mean, people get cancelled for saying one wrong or racist word, but to me flashing like this is a worse offense. Anyway, he's off into the distance. the first complaint about the bug in the server chat. Let's see how many more happen. I mean, best response is not to get distracted. I mean, I didn't get distracted, but the problem is that it's not just flashing, but also braking from 500 meters behind to stick the nose in. And then it's move over or be crashed into. I mean, yeah, in leagues and in series that's obviously illegal and you get penalized for doing it. But this is just, again, street justice. That Ferrari had no acceleration though. It's weird. Maybe he has a lot of rear wing. And despite having less fuel, yeah, shiny, it's not bad, right? It's quite nice. Another nose stuck in. Three, two, one. Yeah, that's just pure harassment. Or a fist fight on track. Man, I really didn't need a Ferrari like that around me. But I couldn't know, you know, with the strategy. Obviously, changing tires makes you more prone to having strategic bad luck from behind, but, you know. Thank you. Leiden is super fast. Yeah, I think it's like a actual Lexus problem, driving in the night. And that does not go well together with the LMU bug, where the track temp in the night goes much lower than the air temp, which is unrealistic. Well, maybe towards the morning. But not on the track where cars drive. Like it's never gonna be 17 track temp and 17 air temp and 12 track temp where the cars are driving. That's just not how it works. Should be like 22, 25, and then the Lexus would be much better off. But we are kind of falling behind with the other Lexus in these conditions. I mean, if I get close to him I could keep flashing him, but you know, like I want to open his eyelids and put two very bright LEDs right into his face, but at the same time I don't want to have a contact with him, so... Yeah, wind, I think wind only affects potentially the evaporation of the wetness on track, but I'm not sure about it. But yeah, it's indeed funny that it's there always in the settings, but it doesn't really do anything. .5 Leiden, yeah, that's I don't know. Is that BMW perfect conditions or what? I mean, I know he goes like crazy on the tires. And potentially the BMW allows for like over pushing a bit without risking a big crash. Bit of a yellow. No more yellow. Yeah, closing in on Naui, he's struggling, but are we closing in on Malinowski as well? Makes sense, right? I have new tires, he doesn't. Oh, who's that lapped car? Copy. Is Lexus my fav GT3? Maybe. I like it quite a lot. In a couple of races that I have done, I received from it one of my most fun racing in the whole sim racing career, so combination of how the car handles and the tires are really nice. But I have not really tried the... like Mustang is really good as well, but it's a bit slow. I have not tried most GT3s at all, to be honest, so... The Aston is really nice as well, for sure. It's always a nice car. No, 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 no. Too much praising, and it bites me into the rear. Yeah, that corner, I don't know what's going on there. The car just stops working in that corner. It's just survival every lap. I don't know. Anyway, survived. Yeah, that's a moon. That's the first time I see the moon in LMU like this. Was it a moon or some light source? It looked like the moon. Do I like the new Merc? I mean, I'm looking forward to trying it when they put it into LMU. But it's a nice car for sure. But the Lexus demise is continuing. Come on, track temps, please. Back to 50 soon. .4:14 clock. Yeah, sunrise will be here soon. Yeah, a bit of rear walking. I aren't in beta tester group. I am in alpha tester group. But then obviously I cannot say anything that happens there. But I did not drive any Mercedes yet. It was fun racing the AMG in RF2 for that GT Challenge 2 years ago. Is Naui damaged or what's going on? He has no pace. It's easy to say, but at this point it would like I have already lost a couple of seconds because of traffic, so it would have been better to keep the old tires potentially. I was just waiting for the Porsche rear to snap and T-bone me. But well, taking P5 from the pole position guy. Yeah, LMP freeze will be great fun, I'm sure. They were a bit questionable in R Factor 2, I think. Never really drove them much. So Hauben caught up with Malinowski now. That's gonna be interesting. Feels bad, man, letting these ACC pros lead LME races. But oh well, they took the correct car for these conditions. Let's see what happens in the day. A bit wide. All good. That was panic ABSing into the apex. So in-game time 4:54. The night is quite long here. I know that at Le Mans, like the sunset happens in-game at like 10 PM. And then sunrise is already happening at 5, like it's very early. Nick De Silva with the tire bug now, I guess. I wonder if P1 and P2 are doing fuel save, or are they waiting with it? Surely it makes the most sense to do it on the fresh tire. So maybe Hauben is doing it now. Nick De Silva with the 4 AM plan slip. Poor man. I don't know, like they fixed this tire bug at Pitstop 4 times, but it's still not fully fixed. Really don't know what's going on. "5 AM in game, just like your time zone." I think the sky is becoming slightly lighter. Come on, sun, please make lava out of the asphalt, I need it. Finding a little bit of lap times now anyway. Tires still slowly creeping up temperature-wise. Don't kill me, car. Unlucky Nick. Thank you, good night. Well, I mean, 2 weeks to go for LMU 1.0, right? No more bugs remaining in 2 weeks. In before everything completely breaks on the release day. Nah, it's gonna be fine. Corner about concentration, it's just years of doing racing, right? Started with shorter races in small leagues and then doing longer and longer events. You just get used to it. Or not just used to it, you suddenly start to prefer longer races than shorter sprint races. Come on, sun. Be quick over the horizon. So it's like 6 AM sunrise. But I think with the lack of any thermal degradation and with fuel being burnt off, it's logical that my lap times are just becoming quicker and quicker. So it's 62 cars per split. It's a big field. BS Racing, thank you for your sub. Welcome. It's the correct done, Nick. Zion Conquest, welcome as well. Thank you for your sub. I'm looking at the gap to P2. Malinowski has not changed the tires yet, right? That's gonna be interesting. Oh, that's a rear wing. So he will lose 12 seconds for tire change, but then he will lose 5 seconds-ish to get those tires up to temp. Well, that's already 17, and that's the gap to him. And I'm about to gain a couple of more seconds if the Ferrari head doesn't screw me over. Track temp slowly starting to rise. Very good. But now he's just falling behind. He got the pole, he was fast in Stint 1. He must have hit the wall at Eau Rouge or something. Like he lost the lead and then suddenly he was just super slow. I don't know. Hey Angel. Yeah, the Ferrari had no idea what he's doing. Makes no sense strategically. And that's a 19.9. Let's go. So 6 laps for me, 4 laps more for the Ferrari. I don't like it. Yeah, it's the guy who was flashing me, but I'm not sure about the kill button yet. I'll try a clean overtake. What is going on with this micro lagging? Is it just the servers or what? Nice morning ambience. Well, there you go. No flashing required. Wait, what? You don't need banana when you're a Jedi. Copy, copy. It's not UE5, right? It's G-motor shadows or whatever. Or is G-motor just the name for the physics? Or are shadows physics? I don't know how is the LMU graphics engine called, but it's not Unreal Engine. It's much better in some aspect. Right, so I hope that I have received zero thermal drag in these night conditions, so that now that Malinowski changes his tires and emerges behind me, he will not have much overspeed. And I still have a lap advantage over all of them, so they will need to do 21 laps last stint. I will be doing 20. I hope it gets close. Lap times are really going fast now. I mean, the real road is increasing, right? High grip, it started with medium grip, I think. But yeah, like there was no thermal deck, so it's like Quali now. I mean, it does feel awkward when you have a bit of a rear slip and there is a car right in your rear bumper. But alright, no incident. Still going straight. Yeah, the correct FOV really helps with the judgment of the distances. I'm smashing the brake pedal way too hard. Kind of using it as a like stability control to some extent. Holding it way too long into the apex. Let out! Come on! Tires really feel fast now. But I mean, to my understanding, it is mostly about the thermal degradation. The abrasion itself, the percentages that you see, don't really affect it that much until the cliff. The cliff should be, I don't know, around 10% maybe? Not fully sure. Just judging according to air factor too. So then, because I'm now on basically new fresh tires, lap times are fast, and yeah, I think does it make sense to change one side? Let's see. Oh, okay, copy. Where is a small leak? Hi, Chad. Rear left. You know how it is? I think one tire or two tires are same, like 5 seconds. Simbigo, it's going well, except the gap to P1 is not going too well, but let's see. Oh, we had a contact some days ago, right? We didn't really talk about it, but I hope all is good. I don't think it's 3 seconds per tire. I think it's 5 seconds per 2 tires. And then 12 for 4 tires, because the virtual mechanics have to run over on the other side of the car. Track temp 17, yeah, I need it at 30 soon. Alright, Zimbigo. Deep. But I made it. Right. Into the lead for one lap. Actually, that was 19.4. That's great. That's the worst when you cut across that curb, the second apex of Lecombe, and you hit the curb with the right side tires. Tail happy again through no name. I think Lexus is particularly weird over some curbs. Like you touch it just a bit and it's a flat curb, but it absolutely kills you. Anyway, box. That's my electronics for Lexus. And that curb is fine. The one that shouldn't be fine is fine. ABS. Okay. Tires should be fine. Fuel calculator, is it VE and fuel in one widget? So, I mean, the saving is just for virtual energy. I take fuel ratio big enough so that it's never an issue, and then I just concentrate on the virtual energy. But just to be sure, I have this other widget as well to see exactly how many laps I can do separately on fuel and on virtual energy. Hi Keda, you had a disconnect. Oof. These disconnects are weird. Like, I haven't really had a disconnect yet. I mean, I had through the past year a couple of actual like game crashes where it just froze, but it wasn't a disconnect. Anyway, let's see where we end up now. Ah, internet. Copy. My condolences. There goes Ruben. Where are the others? Ah, I see Leiden. I jumped them all. Leiden under... Ah, yeah, they are on the 21 lap stint now. So Hoban 10 seconds. Can I gain 10 seconds on that Porsche while he's fuel saving? Gonna be tight. Well, not tight, but difficult. What I need is the track temp to absolutely explode to 45 plus. Rip Lambo? Or was it a Ferrari? For LMP2 and GTE that don't have virtual energy, I just had a different widget, or like I just calculated in advance. Actually, I think that widget that shows only virtual energy now, I think it defaults to fuel if a VE is not available in the car. I'm not fully sure, but I think that's the case. So Malinowski on new tires, 17 seconds behind. Everyone else on... Wait, did everyone else change just 2 more tires now? Yellow, where is the car? Okay. PTSD from yellow into red yellow. Leiden must have changed tires. Maybe 2 from Quali? 2 new, 2 from Quali? I don't know. If it wasn't for a bit of unlucky traffic, I would be 3-4 further seconds ahead. And then maybe P1 would be more realistic, but yeah, let's see what happens when the tire temps and everything stabilizes. If I don't bin it. And I need to stop panic pressing hard into the brake pedal. A tiny pedal is not really... I mean, it's nice to have, but I think the in-game HUD is good enough that, or like the MFD is good enough that you can estimate everything from that. But I just got used to it. Thank you. So Leiden is indeed not gaining yet. That's nice. Well, does tiny pedal now work properly for the weather? I remember it didn't really show too well, or like it didn't know if it's gonna rain unless it already started to rain. I remember the positive side of it was that you got exact percentage, so like you saw 6, 7, 8% ish. Although that shouldn't really be visible. I'm not fully sure how it works now. Like in the past, in RF2 we could see everything, but then they put it into these codes, so light rain, rain, heavy rain, drizzle. Ah, Huban is so fast. Despite fuel saving. That night stint really made it so much more difficult for the Lexus. Yeah, dog, that's what I thought. But I'm not sure exactly how it shows all the weather slots. But then again, even the in-game HUD doesn't show it fully correctly. I saw it many times showing like forecast, overcast and light rain, and then there was just no rain, and then the forecast just changed to mostly cloudy or something. But yeah, I mean, I'm here, how to say, living quite exotically, or like I have Sim Hub running, I have Tiny Pedal running, I have OBS running, and LMU on. Everything is on. Well, the frame rate is maybe struggling a bit. Need to see if it's because of CPU or GPU, but I mean, that's why I bought like the craziest CPU for gaming, that 9800X 3D, so that I could just run everything without worrying. But it can still very quickly get maxed out. Well, OBS goes through NVIDIA, the encoding, but still it uses a bit of CPU. Not a bit, quite a lot actually. Not sure why exactly, like you can put it to CPU encoding and then it takes 50%, or you can put it to the GPU codec and then it goes to like 15% usage. Well, that's a very nice color on the Porsche head, but I would prefer to see it in the mirror. Ah, he's gonna leave the nose in, of course. Why would you obey the rules? I mean, I know why. It's not protestable, so he can do whatever he wants, unless he crashes me on purpose. But still. Further second lost against Hoban. No, I know that there is a big problem with some V-Sync or whatever latching itself into the tiny pedal overlay. Like I gained almost ×2 frame rate by turning V-Sync in NVIDIA control panel from either on or fast to off. And it supposedly works well with G-Sync, so G-Sync, V-Sync plus the ultra low latency mode. And then if you have V-Sync on, it automatically details or like fixes frame rate at 138.4 or something. But well, it went down to 80 or 90 for some reason sometimes. So I put it off and then I had to manually fix the frame rate at 138. And now it's very smooth with G-Sync. But again, it's funny because when I launch the game, go on track, it's off. I go back to main menu, back on track, and then it's on ever since, every time. I don't know what's going on with that. Malinowski with a drive-through. Was that Porsche moment through Eau Rouge into a big cut that's then impossible to remove despite all the braking? Maybe. And the rear is starting to become a bit unhappy. This traffic is tricky because it's 5 splits. It's like everyone that I catch is not a bad driver, you know, that there is a lot of fast people now. So I can be stuck here for 2 laps, losing a bit of time, but not getting close enough to be let through. Please lift. Copy. I mean, there goes 3/10 for nothing. Oh, what was it about unlucky traffic? Oh yes, I have not complained about it for a very long time. The traffic needs to remind me every so often that I have the worst traffic on the wall. Nah, all good. I think Hauben was a bit more lucky with the positioning of lapped cars anyway. But it could have gone either way. I mean, there are blue flags, but what can blue flags do? You don't get a penalty straight from them. I know that the game engine, in RF2 at least, it was able to give you a penalty if you didn't move over. Look, like you got a warning for ignoring blue flags, and then a penalty. But I don't think it's implemented here, or enabled. The tires now in some happy values of the temperatures. So the thing is that there is no blue flags between classes. Like if you are a GT3 and you have LMP2 or hypercar behind, you just do your own racing line. But if you are a hypercar that's a lap down, then you have to move over, I believe. Bop, 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 indeed. I mean, I'm not complaining about BOP, I'm just complaining of track temp. It was too low. And then the Lexus was dead, somehow. Like, we were all in formation. And then sunset happened, and suddenly the Porsches just disappeared into the distance. Very intriguing. And my fellow Lexus pole position guy, Kamal Nawi, has disappeared from the standings as well. Yeah, I really wonder, I'm gonna check replay if I don't forget what happened with him. And this Lexus is really forcing me to go fast in, slow out, kind of. If I do slow in and then try to go fast out, I just lose front grip and don't make the exit. To go. Fuel is spot on. But Huban is doing a tremendous job for sure. Fuel saving and matching the pace. Crazy. Yeah, I mean about brakes, warming up the tires. It needs to be implemented, right? But it's probably same story as with iRacing. They know it's not there, but at later stage. But like, how difficult can it be? Okay, for LMU it's probably difficult to add several lines of code and check everything for bugs and calibrate it properly, because there is just more important thing to be done at the moment. But I'm surprised that iRacing has not done it together with the new tires. It's really a problem because there is a lack of things that you can do to affect the tire temps. You cannot really do much through setup, to be honest. You can overdrive the car, but on this tire model it's not easy. Maybe you can make a setup in a way that you understeer more and therefore the front temps are higher, but I mean on the Lexus I need more rear temps and front, but I don't need more understeer. The only thing you can really do is decrease ABS so that there is more lockups, and that can then increase the temperatures a bit, but at the same time you're also wearing the tires a bit more. Yeah, in ACC you can fine-tune it quite a lot, it's very effective. I was surprised when we were doing some racing. with bursty sport back in the days. Like in the day, in the wet, in the night, you could really fine-tune everything. Although then the whole race is just about fine-tuning the pressures and I don't know. I need to somehow fix this exit understeer. On the entry it's perfect, or maybe even too oversteery, but on the exit it just goes straight as I press throttle. That's a very difficult thing to manage. Well, maybe some dampers magic can help. But it's funny because fronts have higher temps, but the rear have more wear. ACC was a bit tiring at times with the pressures. Of course it feels good if you nail it and get slightly lucky with it, with the conditions, and then gain a lot of time on everybody else. But I don't know, I didn't appreciate it that much. Although we have only really done like one LFM endurance series. It's funny because the whole train behind has disintegrated. Like at the start it was the Lexus of now we're leading, pulling it to the distance, then there was a huge train of 5 cars. And now there is just nobody there, like there is Leiden. And that's it. I battled 4 or 5 cars and there is nobody, so feels weird indeed. I mean, Malinowski got the drive-through. Now we had something that made him slow. The others were in the mix because they didn't change tires, and I did. Who else was there? Well, Hauben was in the train, but he pulled the gap. But Hauben he's really doing a good job. I wish it was possible for RF2 Pros to convert the RF2 speed into ACC the same way that ACC Pros can convert ACC speed into LMU speed. The tough life of growing up in the best sim and then you cannot adjust to the worst sims, you know. Don't be angry with me. I wish I was good in ACC and iRacing. But some tents keep missing. Kyle, it was... what did I quali? P5 or P6? I think P6. Or was it P5? I was P6 after lap 1. I think I lost a position, so must have been P5 in quali. But it was super tight, between top 6 or 7. Was it like 0.16 between top 7? I believe that was the case. Well, race room is just air factor 1.5 with a lot of improvements and getting the best out of the engine that can be got out of it. And the air factor 1 FFB wasn't too bad. I'm struggling with these little rear slides. They were a perfect rotation moment for past 10 years. But now suddenly I have to avoid them. I keep missing 1 to 2 tenths per lap. But I'm so surprised by the pace of the Porsche in the lead. It's 40 Celsius now, so they should start to disintegrate a bit. But nope. Soft cap, well, I'm not fully sure, but I think it's more towards 10%. Like, we have gone in the past towards 10%, and I don't think I have found the cliff yet. But obviously that was on the old tire model, so I'm not fully sure how it is on this tire model. But should be probably the same. Right, it's 6 laps to go now. How did that happen? Or is my overlay showing something wrong? Now, yeah, the overlay is messing itself up. Like, now it's showing 7 to go. It was like, I don't know. Maybe it's very borderline? But I don't think that was the case. We would need a very slow average lap time to make it not have extra lap. I think it's just tiny pedal acting up. that 61.1 estimation of the default HUD is weird. I saw people in real life using that sausage curb on the exits. It kind of works in LMU, but not really. I was there 1 year ago at the actual Spa 24 hours. And it just like every time I race here, it feels different than other tracks. I mean, I was at Monza as well in 2012, but I didn't get to like walk around or like be driven around the whole track right next to the barrier, so it didn't get saved that much in the memory. Well, maybe let's focus on the racing line. It just bites so quickly at like at unexpected times in low speed corners. High speed is kind of fine, but in low speed the rear just does something unexpected and weird. You were there as well, Kieran. Well, actually many people from sim racing were there. Some watching, a spectator, some working in the tents with sim equipment. I was having the privilege of being kind of Rafa Racing Club VIP there. It was so brilliant. Ah, you were working in the Rafa tents. Well, I met Jan Polak and a couple of guys from Brabham, I think. Although I didn't really recognize anyone. Corner, I mean, this one's here or this one's here on the monitor? Ay, ay, ay. These ones are tire temps, these ones are slip angles. But not really relevant with this new tire model anyway, because you're not ever overdriving it into the very limits of slip angle or tire temps, because it's gonna kill you before. I think it goes from like 3.5 to 8.5-ish. degrees of slip on the front, on the LEDs. It's such a nice memory, like I was walking down there like below the track through this exit and then next to the hill, and then there was the GT4 race. And I was on that grandstand there. I don't know where it is. There is a missing grandstand. Uh-oh. I mean, I have medium details, so maybe some grandstands are missing. I was on that top there on the roof. And I was on that barrier. Good memories. Hi Christopher. Yeah, rear left is interesting, but then again the fronts are getting more thermal drag, so it feels like I'm more front limited than rear limited until I get a big snap. I didn't go to the concert. Actually, I had to leave late Saturday evening. So Kieran, if you were there last year, then you maybe remember a big fire crash just before Eau Rouge. I supposedly left the track like a couple of minutes before that incident happened, but I had to drive with car back home on the Sunday morning for like 10-hour drive, so I had to be fresh. But it was Perel. I didn't even know. But yeah, for the better or for the worse, I missed that crash. Three to go. 3? 2? Yeah, the tiny pedal overlay calculation is messing me over. It keeps jumping like this one. From 2 to 3, back to 2, it's gonna go back to 3. Or are we actually that... we are not that close. Too deep into ABS again. What do you mean, Plat, about tire temps? Like, do you mean this display? I mean, I just circle through MFD. So I don't know how exactly it's called in the like assignments menu. MFD increase, MFD decrease, or whatever. Maybe LCD plus minus. I think it was called LCD in R Factor 2. Or HUD, I don't know. Which temps, Kiran? Yeah, this number is interesting as well. Thank you, Stanton, for the heads up. So basically, yeah, my millimoles were like 15 for race start. And they have steadily dropped through the race, and 3.3 is the general consensus, or like the borderline of hypoglycemia. But 3.3 is alright, like it's not really dropping quickly, so I think I will be fine. But I have the sugar here if I need anything. Oh yeah, Dennis. Perfect range for a nice flat out throw rouge. Thank you. Keep messing up with the entries. Too much into ABS and so on. Cannot make a fastest lap like that. Yeah, Stanton, it was the worst before I had the sensor, like many years ago, because mid-race you obviously have no way of checking the blood glucose without a sensor. You cannot prick the fingers and draw blood from there. So it was a terrible guesswork for years. But I got used to feeling the situation, but normally I also felt having low sugar even if I didn't have it. And then I ended up with 15 millimoles after the races, which is not great. But now with the actual millimoles on the steering wheel, it's such a luxury. Well, not a luxury, but it's really good to have. So one last lap. And I keep doing half a tenth or 1/10 slower than Hauben. I wanted to do it flat, but like, the tires are so done that I loaded the front and just nothing happened. Probably better to keep it safe anyway at this stage. Esports line, let's go. And that's a dead Ford. RIP. For one last time, out of Stavelot through Blanchimont. Can I make it 19.9 with less ABS? It rotates so much better, but then it's too slidey. Not gonna be a 19, but it's gonna be faster than Huben. Alright, well, that's been a nice race. Can be only happy with P2. And Mr. Huben, GG, what a race. Well, it surprised me a bit, the pace of the Porsches in the night. It really became alive, the way that they pulled away in the cold temps. Thank you, my dear chat, for GG's. Maybe time to get those millimoles a bit up. And quickly check the replays. The start was quite hectic. Wait, can I go to this scene? I can. Nice. Yeah, what happened there? Ah. Okay, free bite. I thought I was hit from behind, but I didn't really understand what happened. I mean, I watched the radar, but that completely escaped my sight. I mean, he kept turning, kind of, right? I don't know where he wanted to go, but at the same time I floored it out of the apex, so, well, ended up well. This was tricky, but luckily Malinowski messed up as well. Right, what happened with the leader? Kamal, he led into the night. Here he already lost the lead. So it was here. Ah. Yeah, I mean, he got the red cut, right? Or maybe he was borderline with cuts and got the orange one. GG Jure, kje si končal? Enega Forda sem videl razbitega. Upam, da nisi bil ti. Yeah, that's just drive-through avoidance. But I don't see any crash anywhere. Timing. A server is not resetting yet. Lap 20 was 21 was a cut. I don't know. I keep thinking there was a crash somewhere. He lost a lot of time here. I'll just quickly scroll through it. So sector 2 is slow. No, it's just he just lost all the pace in the night. He didn't even have damage. I'm surprised. Wait, no, if you click that, it's gonna load. Now it's all broken. Wait. If you click the lap, it's gonna load the next lap, so maybe this one. Just bear with me as I try to find a crash. Ah, I found something. So this is sector 2 then, of 23. It's just a Lexus problem or what, like in the night? It just goes slow because of lower tire temps. Understeers of track. Yeah, nothing special. Well, anyway. I don't think there is much more to be checked, to be honest, like just dive bomb by the guy that was flashing me, and that's it. Straight into the dive bomb. I mean, I don't know. In this situation, there is nothing you can do. Like, it's gonna be a battle, so if you don't want to lose time, just let it go. He had a bit of pace on me anyway at that stage. Nice catch. Dobro, da si ugotovil, Jure. Da si 3 kroga pred koncem ugotovil. Rob, I had a little bit of issues all the way through. Like, it went down to 130, but it was stable 130. Very stable. Yeah, let's check a bit of Rafa livery in the night as well. Maybe in the sunrise. Looks good. Maybe in slightly... There was not really any highlights in this race, right? We just raced. Strategy unfolded. So I was asked what was my strategy. So, Luis, my strategy was... That's loud. My strategy was to start on Quali tires, switch to new mediums in the night, and then just keep going on the mediums. And it worked well in the end. Glad you enjoyed it, Lucas. Road reflections. Can it be road reflections? To some extent, it for sure is. If you have that SSR things on high, it can be quite detrimental. But it's just all around things, right? Just thinking if there's anything else to be checked. I don't really know if there's anything to be checked. Like, we know how Malinowski lost it. It was just a cut. No, Luis, I kept the old tires. I felt like they are perfectly good and that they didn't degrade much in the night. Tom, that's a good point, you know. That's a good point, but I was fearing of a kind of a bug that happens. So like, but I could do it, right? I could put 2 new ones and 2 old ones at the start, and then if there was any bug, I could just put the old ones. And that's a fair point, to be honest. I don't know. I was told by Mr. Dan from MSG or from Studio to put old ones from Quali to avoid any bugs that can happen. Where are the results? Why am I back here? Come on. I guess profile, event history, rank breakdown. Should be quite a bit, right? +4. Only +4? Not that much. It was ×4 DR and there were quite many Gold 2 drivers, so I thought it would be a bit more, but... Okay, it expected me to qualify P4, but I did P5. Unlucky. I could be P2 on the grid, you know, if I didn't mess it up. If others messed it up the same as they did, but if I messed it up less, you know, I would be P2 and who knows. But Hauben just had the pace over me. Well, Subsy 4.5 gain is 4.5 gain, you know. And it's not just 4.5 game, it's also 2.4 hours of great racing and great content. Although it was kind of the endurance style of content. But yeah, it is a bit underwhelming in this side of things, but it's fine. It doesn't bother me. For now, the DR is just for splits, so I can easily get to split 1 with this, so that's perfectly fine. Where was... I think Sven was the highest rated. Where is Sven? Ah, P5, okay. I was P5 in Quali. Sven did actually quite a nice race from P18 to P5. That was fun for him. Jura made it. Wait, race. Yeah, P9. Jura made it into P9. And that's a very nice moment to see a Ford in P9. And to have 2 Slovenians in P9. Would you believe it? Hanach was the highest gold too. Yeah, I remember now. Anyway, it's been a race, and tomorrow we have another race, and that one will count not towards the R, but towards my esports kind of elo in my head. So I want to win that one. Gonna be VMS Pro Platinum Split at Monza. And I will be racing against Hoban again. And there will be Grigoletto. There will not be Baldwin, unfortunately. He's kind of busy nowadays with stuff. 2.9. It's gonna go up soon. But before it goes up, before it goes further down, let me close down the stream. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow as well in VMS at Monza with the flying Peugeot. Supposedly it's very fast nowadays for whatever reason. It wasn't updated, but it's fast. So I hope I'm gonna be fast tomorrow. And yeah, time to lap some Spa 60. That's gonna be next weekend, right? Spa 67, Formula 1, Formula 2, multi-class with some rain straight into the ditch. Gonna be fun. Anyway, guys, thank you for all the likes, all the subs, much appreciated. Also, the chat was fun to have during the long night and into the sunrise. Have a good night. See you next time. Bye. Bye.